This is Support is Sexy, episode 237. Always remember that you are a winner. Welcome to Support is Sexy. I'm your host, Elayne Fluker, entrepreneur, author, and founder of Chic Rebellion Media. 5 days a week, Monday through Friday, I interview inspiring women entrepreneurs who share their wins and their lessons to help you take your business and your life to the next level and create something sexy. Here we go. Hi everyone, welcome to a new episode of Support is Sexy. I'm excited to have you here. You know, it just would not be the same without you. And today, it's funny, every time I do the podcast week to week, sometimes, most of the times actually, it seems like there's a theme for the week between the podcasts that actually air and the interviews that I'm doing. And this past week, the theme has been about losing. Now, not being a loser, but losing and going through those times where you feel like you're losing or you feel like you've lost something. For example, my conversation with Ashley Blatt on episode 236, I believe it was. She talked about feeling a sense of loss after leaving her 7-figure consulting business. So you'll have to go back and listen to that and hear her story. And then I also talked to Janisha Alora, fantastic interview. And that was episode 233. And Janisha talked about her experience where she ended up in 6 figures of debt after a partner left her business and she felt like she was losing at that time. Then I had a conversation that you'll hear coming up in an interview soon with Maria Carmina, who talked about going to the Super Bowl and witnessing and being in the house when the Patriots incredibly beat the Atlanta Falcons. If you didn't see that game, Google it, Patriot Falcons Super Bowl. You will find it. And it was an amazing comeback for the Patriots at a time when everyone, probably anyone who was watching, thought they were going to lose because they were so far behind. Now, of course, this isn't a sports show, so I'm not talking about it for the sports part of it. But the fact that all of these women, and in that circumstance, there was a time when they felt like they were losing, but they never gave up. Because even when you're losing, you still have to know that you are a winner. And that is the topic of the podcast today. Here to remind you that you are a winner, no matter what you're going through. So when things are going wrong in the business, or things are going wrong in your relationship, or things are going wrong at work, or things aren't working in other parts of your life, you may have a sense of loss or you may even feel like you are a loser, but you're not. You're a winner who's going through a tough time. You might be losing at something at the time. Think of the Patriots. They were definitely losing the game. They were definitely losing, and everyone thought it was going to be a loss for them. But as Maria Carmina and I talked about, they never gave up, even when it seemed impossible. And that's the thing for us. We have to remember, even when it seems impossible, like you can't make it, you don't know what else to do, whatever's not working, the money's not coming in, the relationship's not working, you don't know where to turn to make it happen. 1, make sure you get support. They had a team, right? Make sure you have support, but also your mindset. Remember that you are not a loser, even if you're in a losing situation. What can you do to change the situation? Or what can you do to play smarter? Or what can you do to play harder? Sometimes there are going to be periods where you really have to push to make it happen, especially within a certain amount of time. Maybe you have to push for a certain amount of time to make this thing happen, or to move it forward, or to get the support you need. But you are not a loser. You are a winner. So this weekend, or whenever you're listening to this, I want you to remember that no matter what's going on, no matter how much you're struggling, you are a winner. All right, so thank you so much for listening. As always, I appreciate you. For the interviews I spoke about and for others that are coming up, make sure to go to supportissexypodcast.com so you can check those out there. Also, if it's your first time listening or you've been here for a while, make sure you're subscribed to the podcast so you don't miss a thing. I want to make sure every time we have a new episode that you get to hear it first. All right, so thank you again so much for listening. And until next time, you know what to do. Go out there and create something sexy. And I'll talk to you soon. Take care.